How did you end up in Colombia on your very first trip?
Oh, okay. So when I was 16 years old, I was a big fan of Shakira. And Shakira, the singer, she had her world tour, and she also did promotion for for her tour. So she went on late night talk shows, and she was gonna be on one in the Netherlands. And I saw her in an ad, and she said, "Text Shakira to this number." So Shakira, she said, "Text my name to this number." And I went back in, that this is how many years? Oh my God, it's 20 years ago. Whoa, time flies. So this was 20 years ago. No, 19 years ago. So I went into like this stationery shop where you could top up credit on your phone, and I put so much money on it, and I was sending those text messages, and then finally I won tickets to be on the in the front row of the taping of the late night talk show, and none of my friends wanted to go. So I went with my mom. So we went there, and then Shakira said, I have it right here. She said, "Who wants an autograph?" And I was like, "Me." And I ran, and I have Shakira's autograph right
Oh my
here.
God.
I have it framed.
Wow.
Yes. From almost 20 years ago. So, and that's
Wow.
when people asked her, or the host asked her of the show, "But you're Colombian and you live in Miami, and you can't go to Colombia. They're going to do, all these bad things to you." And Shakira said, "No, Colombia is a really good country and people are nice." And she likes to roam the streets of her hometown and visits her family. And that's when something went into my mind. Oh, if Shakira says that the country is good and safe, then I want to go to her home country. And my mother, of course, wouldn't let me because I was 16. She's like, "You're not going to Colombia." But when I was about 20 or 21, I came here and I liked it. Then I came for a second time a year later, and I liked it even more. And then I said, "Okay, third time's a charm. I'm gonna go for the third time, and if things go well, I'll stay here." So I booked a flight, and 6 months later, I had my return flight, and I saved up 2,000 euros. So I said, "I have 2,000 euros for 6 months. And so I have to get a job. If I can rent a place, if I can, do something, I'll stay." And it's been 12 years. So that's how it
Wow.
went.
And how long were those first couple of trips when you were still kind of testing it out?
Yeah, in 2010, I had a long trip like you in Ibagué, but I think yours was longer. I stayed for 4 months.
Okay. Yeah, that was the same as my first trip, was also 4 months.
Oh, okay. I think you said 9 months, or was that the next one?
It was 4 months for the first trip and 5 months for the second one. And they were like maybe 9 months apart. So it was 9 months
Okay.
in total, but two separate trips.
Okay, I see. You didn't come back because you had a baby 9 months later.
Yeah, 9 months later, no. Believe it or not, no.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so 4 months was the same for me the first time, 4 months, and I went to the coast. Actually, oh my God, this is gonna be so cool because I wanted to come to Colombia and get to know the land of Shakira, but I didn't want to go like, for 2 weeks and just party and not get to know the actual culture. So I looked online for volunteering projects. And I saw so many of them. And then in the end, I was struggling between two choices. One was in Ibagué, and one was in
Ah,
Santa Marta. And I went with Santa Marta because there's a beach, and Ibagué was like just mountains. Like you said, it's beautiful, but there's no sea, there's no beach. It's a little far from the big city. So yeah, I chose Santa Marta, and I went there for 4 months. And I really liked it. I made so many friends. I learned a little bit of Spanish. And then a year later, I came back, but to Bogota because I studied graphic design and I majored in film. So, Yeah, so in Santa Marta, in small towns there's no work. You have to go to the big city. So I came to Bogota and I stayed for a month and I was like, okay, let me, see this how the city's like because everyone was like, "Oh, Bogota is so dangerous and it's so cold." It's and I liked it. And it felt really European to me because, a big city and a little bit like New York maybe as well. And then I went back to the Netherlands. I saved up the 2,000 euros. So it took me like a year maybe to save that money up. And then I came and I stayed for 6 months. Then I returned to the Netherlands after the 6 months. And then I bought a one-way ticket back to Colombia.
Wow. So you went to Colombia kind of with this idealized version of what it would be like based on what Shakira said. Like you were like,
Yes.
this is where she's from. This is going to be amazing. And it sounds
Yeah.
like the country lived up to your expectations. It was everything that you hoped it would be. Is that right?
Oh, it exceeded my expectations actually because, you know, um, when I started Googling pictures of Colombia and you see the most beautiful places on Google, and it's like, whoa, that's how it looks like. And in reality, yeah, that is how Colombia looks like. But there's there's two ends on the stick. So there's one end which everything is so beautiful, and then there's another end which you have to be more careful. Like, don't carry around hundreds of dollars in your wallet or walk with your phone on the streets. You have to, be mindful of those things. And yeah, but I learned all of that and I thought, yeah, I was really depressed in Europe. I had no friends and people from work, everyone was so boring. And in Colombia, everyone was like, yeah, happy hour, let's go out. Oh, you're hungry? Come over to my place. And people were so warm and welcoming. That's why I moved here initially.